So that's what take away all the stress. And every single day we getting tested. Believe and know that you can manifest it. The powers that be can see that you've invested. Believe and keep your energy protected. And everything that you can dream expected. Be thankful for all the things that you've been blessed with. Your life can change at any given second. Man, I hope y'all really get this message. And I say, message is love. Come on. Yep, Vibe Show 97.9 back with another exclusive interview. I mean, y'all already know the vibes. Y'all know how we do it, man. We got a special guest joining us on the show tonight. I'm so excited. This brother hadn't been back on this show since 2020. Crazy. No, I'm mad with him right now, man, being away from the family this long, man. But we got him back. We got him back tonight. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Ooh. Yep, Vibe Show 97.9. I'm your host, Kano the Don, the Vibe King, home of the most exclusive interviews on the planet. I must say myself, man. You know what I mean? Tonight, we got a treat for y'all tonight. Actually, a treat for myself because I absolutely love this little brother right here. I'm telling you, this little king right here, working hard, killing it out here, have done so much for the culture, man. I'm telling you, you guys, if you're not up on this king right here, you're gonna be up on him tonight. I'm telling you that right now. I'm talking about the one and only superstar, celebrity, dance choreographer, model, doing his thing. It's the one and only Swagg.
What's going on? What's up? What's up?
Yo, man, I got a bone to pick with you, man. I got a bone. Come on, Swagg. 2020, man. It's been that long. You've been away from the family, man. You've been that busy, my brother.
Man, it's been crazy, but I'm so thankful to have been able to been kept busy. Right. Even when I'm not busy, like that's really the time where I get to like kind of regroup. Because when it gets really chaotic, you need to give yourself, some time to yourself. But I'm super glad that we was able to make this work because it has been such a long time. So we can't have that happen again.
Absolutely, man. You already know it's love. It's family over here, man. We miss you. You looking amazing. Always looking amazing. I gotta get that sweater from you too, though, my brother. You know what I mean? You're doing it, man.
I got you.
I want to thank you, though, man, for me and the Vibe family, the entire family. We want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and vibe with us. We want to thank you so much, man.
Of course. No, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Now, Swagg, we got a lot to talk about. It's been quite some time now, and we got some catching up to do. You've been busy running around, working hard, man, still in the mix, impacting the culture the way that you do
through dance, through your community work, just a lot of things that you out here doing. You're just a total inspiration to a lot of young dancers, because you're a vet in this thing now. You're young, but you're a vet in this thing now. You know, everybody know what you're working with. You know what I mean? So you're a young vet to me. But talk to me though, man, about what's been going on as far as from 2020, because a lot of things have happened in your life, so much amazing stuff, and I want to catch up on all of that.
Yes. A lot of different things. I feel like I am a dancer and I'm a performer, and a lot of the things that I do to make sure that I, feel fulfilled as a human being and as a dancer. I feel
Right,
like there are so many different aspects of life that I feel like I have gone through over the past 2 years.
right.
Obviously the main thing being that I've done a lot of amazing projects over the past few years. As of recently, I've been a part of the family reunion show, which was super amazing to work on that set. Shout out to Rosero McCoy for having me be a part of the family and the vibes. That was super fun. I recently did the All American Homecoming, a few episodes of that, and that was super super fun. Shout out to Rhapsody, and I just did Fenty, which that was that was like amazing. I actually did Fenty the past 2 years. I did it last year and Volume 4 this year, and that was an amazing experience to be able to get to meet Rihanna. A lot of people didn't get a chance to meet her, and I got to exchange just even a few seconds with her. So that kind of made that experience amazing.
Now wait a minute. Now we yeah, what was the experience like though? We're not gonna run past that now. Come on now, don't do me like that now. I mean, I haven't even met Rihanna yet, so I mean, I need to know this, brother.
Well, this is what happened. So it was after rehearsal, and me and another friend of mine, we were just kind of like lollygagging. Really, like rehearsal had been over for a while, but where we were rehearsing was also where the set was going to be.
Ah,
So we were just kind of like just in the space, like really decompressing from the 8 hour rehearsal that we just had.
right.
And we happened to be coming, I think we was coming from Crafties. If you know anything about dancers, if there's a craft service table, we are going to go to it.
Right.
But we were coming from there, and I think at this time we were ready to go, and so we was coming upstairs to get our stuff. And as we gathered our things, Rihanna comes out of the door. And so, like we've been a part of a lot of productions where, as a part of the production, you don't really like make the artist feel like they're the artist. There's like an unspoken rule that you just don't even look in their direction or don't engage with them unless they engage with you.
Mm.
It's just like an unspoken
Rihanna though. Rihanna though. I mean, is it an exception for I mean, come on now.
it
Because
was
I don't
Rihanna.
probably
I was
would
gonna
have
look.
broke the rules, Swag. I
I was gonna
probably
look. I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna break the rules and not let you find out that I broke the rules. I'm just breaking.
right, right,
But she came out of the door, and we saw her. We locked eyes, and we both smiled. And so she looked at us and she smiled, and I didn't break. I continued to smile. I mean, I continued to look at her until we got close enough, and then she said hi, and then we said hi, and she turned to or looked at my friend and said, "I love your hair," and then she finally looked at me and said, "I love your hair," and I was like, "Oh,
right.
thank you so much. I appreciate it." She was like, "Of course, you guys are gorgeous," and we were like, "Thank you," and then that was the exchange, and as soon as we turned that corner, melted melted.
Man, hold up, man.
But
God.
she was so nice.
Is she tall? Is she
Oh, um she is tall, but she's not as tall as I thought she was. Like
right,
she is tall,
right,
but I thought she was gonna be like an Amazon.
right.
but she wasn't as tall as I thought that she was.
Yo, man, like, you know, these type of experiences, because you've been in the business for quite some time now, and I'm pretty sure that I don't know. maybe you are, maybe you not. Are you, you know, out of the starstruck phase of it? Maybe people that you haven't met before. Because I mean, you know, of course, you know, you've been around Janet, you've been around so many different huge celebrities in this business. Or do you still get a little struck a little bit, or you be, you know, you got it together?
You know, I want to say no. I think on the inside, like seeing, it's more so like, oh, that's what they look like in person for me.
Mhm.
It's not like it's not like chaotic for me.
Right,
I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Beyonce though. I don't know. You know,
right,
that she
right,
might have the Beyonce effect on me.
right,
But I think that because I've been in the, like you said, because I've been in this game for a long time, I think I know how to keep it professional. But my experience on the inside might be like, wow, like I'm actually seeing this person that I see on the screen or that I see on my TV in my face for real, for real. You know what I mean?
right,
So I
right,
think that, so I think it's not necessarily like starstruck and I'm going crazy and I need to record and I need to ask you for a picture. It's not like that type of person. I would love a picture, but I
hmm,
also know what it's like, or not that I know what it's like, but I also understand that everybody probably is asking, can I take a picture with you? And they probably don't really want to, you know, like they
right,
will because they want to be nice and they don't want to come off like they're rude in any way. Because regular people don't understand what it's like to be a celebrity. They don't understand that everybody is coming up to you asking for a picture. Everybody's doing this and the third, and you're not even understanding that I'm human and sometimes I don't feel good. Like sometimes I don't really want to, but I don't want that to come off as I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I don't necessarily do that to celebrities. However, if the opportunity did arise or something and there was, all right, everybody take a group picture, I'm gonna want to be in the picture though.
Right. Let me ask you this though, but you know, you know, being in this entertainment business, I mean, we do know the things that come along with choosing this life.
Yeah,
You know, being a celebrity, being in the spotlight.
yeah,
Um, we do know that, you know, I mean, without the fans, you know, what are we doing? You know what I
right.
mean? So, you yourself, though, any moments, because your celebrity has built quite a lot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You yourself, and still growing, you're heading this way. Um, Talk to me about some of your experiences, though, some of your fan moments. Because like I said, you know, you're celeb to me, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure to a lot of people, you know, you've been on, you know, television shows, all different type of stuff. I mean, like, let's just be real. You know, you on an amazing journey right now. Talk to me about some of your moments, though, and how do you process and deal with it as a young king in this business?
Yeah. I think because it's gone in a trajectory type of standpoint, I think
Mhm.
because when I first moved to LA, like nobody really knew who I was until I was making a lot of noise with my dancing.
Right,
And I feel as though even before I even moved to LA, I think, there were people that kind of was following me because I used to take this other choreographer's dance classes every once in a while when I would come to LA. And once I did move to LA and like I was being seen a lot more in these videos, I think that that's when I started to get a lot more traction. And then when people would come to LA, they'd be like, "Oh, you're you," or "You're Swag, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "Oh my God, you're so amazing." I'm like, "Thank you so much. I appreciate," because I feel like I'm put on this earth to inspire the next generation or just inspire someone to want to pursue a dream that they always wanted to pursue because that's what I did. And I think that
right.
a lot more people should do what makes them happy,
Mhm.
not what's going to just get them paid. Because I think you can make money by doing something that makes you happy. So that's another note. um so in my experience of how far I've come in that way, I think when I do have those experiences when people come up to me, it's really humbling. And also I feel like I have a responsibility too as well, because when I'm just walking around and being myself and whatever, of course I'm going to always be myself. I'm not
Right.
going to change who I am to make anybody else feel comfortable. However, I know that because of who I am, I would like to make sure, or I do my best to make sure that I'm open enough that if someone ever wants to come up to me and say, you know, oh, I have a question, or oh, you're so amazing, that there is space for them to do that, you know. So
Right, right. Because, we haven't met in person yet. I'm just trying to make sure the path and the coast is going to be clear. I don't want to get body slammed or nothing like that. Try to,
right,
Swag,
right,
what's up,
right.
man? I get tossed and flipped and flapped and, hold up, man. You know what I'm saying?
But
Swag,
there,
you know this dude, man? Do you know
yeah.
this dude?
But in that same aspect, I think that there is a way that you can approach someone, because for me, like, that could be overwhelming for me.
Right. So I
You know,
need to just be cool with it. Be like, yo, what up, Swag, man? You know what I'm saying? What's up, man?
no, however you wanna come up, you however you wanna come up. I just need to at least see you. I see you
Right.
up, you know.
Right.
Or if if you like touch me on my shoulder and be like, hi, I saw you in taking class. Like, I just want to say that you're so amazing. Like, it's not like a very difficult thing for you to do. And when those experiences do happen, you know, like, it's always like, oh, thank you so much. It's very like open and like light. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want to be that person that someone comes up to and be like, oh my God, you're this, that, and the third. And that's like, you know, like, I
Right.
that is such a turn off for me. Like, I do not like when people are like that, because it's like, wow, I thought that you were this type of person. I
Yeah.
only met you, and then that's how you interact with someone that, you know, don't know you, and just is inspired by what you bring to the table and who you are. Maybe you got them out of a hard place. Maybe you inspired them to want to do something, and then they finally meet you, and then, like, you have that type of attitude, you know. And I
Right.
don't ever want to be I don't ever want to feel that phrase, don't meet your icons, or don't meet the people that you look up to, because you might meet them and might not like them.
Right.
I don't want to be I don't want to fit that bill. I want to be someone that, if you come to me, it's always been great. It's always been nice. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be honest though. So
Right.
if you're asking, if we then have dialogue and you're talking to me, you're asking me things, I want you to know that if you're asking Swag anything, he's gonna be honest with you. Because if anybody know that is watching this interview right now, that has met me as of recently, know that I will be straight up with you. Like, I was
Right.
talking to one of my students, or someone that I know that I see in passing, and I literally came up to her, and I was just like, "You are amazing. Like, I don't know what is going on, but you need to stop hiding in the back."
Right.
I've seen her around, but didn't even know. But I was like, you need to stop hiding in the back, because when I actually watched her dance, and
Right.
I never paid attention. I'm not gonna say I never watched her dance, but I never paid attention. But when I finally did pay attention, because I saw her, I said, you need to get in the front. You need to go right there in the center. And she was like, and I was like, yeah, people need to see this. I feel like in my experiences in class right now, or just, you know, in the training space of dance, there isn't a lot of inspiration in the room. Like, there
Right.
isn't a lot of people in the room wanting to be great. Like, you're learning the dance, you're doing the dance, and like, you took a class and it was great. But I feel like what drives other dancers is watching other dancers. What
Mhm.
drives me as a dancer is giving my all, because I know someone is, well, not because I know someone's watching, but everybody is watching.
Right.
So people need to see that. So for
Right.
me to go up to you and say, like, yo, you need to go up to the front. That's the kind of person that I am. Or if I see you in class, and you're like, what can I work on? What do you think that you could work on? And oh, I
Mm.
can work on. Okay, so did you feel like you did that in this class? I kind.
Right, right. That's interesting that you say that, because that was going to be another one of my questions too, as far as because I see the visuals and I see some things that you post of the classes, and like, and I was going to ask you, I know as far as with like new dancers that's actually taking your courses and stuff like that or whatever. What's the biggest fear that you've seen in a student or whatever, or what's some of the methods what's some of the things that you do to bring that fear out of them, to really like, because you see it in them, but it be that fear or intimidation sometimes. Talk to me about that aspect.
Yeah, I want to say that a lot of times what really gets in people's way is themselves.
Mm,
I think that because I can even relate to this sentiment as well, because I think that there are moments where we are so hard on ourselves
right.
and we're wondering about what other people are thinking about what we are doing, and not allowing ourselves to just be like free enough to just go for it. And so I always tell people this story. Before I moved to LA, I feel like I was probably like 14 or 15,
Mm,
and I was I was still like brewing as far as, what my artistry was, and like what
right.
kind of dancer I wanted to be. Um, and I used to watch these three dancers, and I loved how clean and effortless they danced. That was
Hmm.
probably one of the things that I really admired about how they dance. And so in that moment, I was like, I want to be like that. Like, I want to, the way that I feel about them and how they dance, I want to be like that for myself.
Right.
And there was something that clicked for me. I just decided I'm amazing.
Hmm.
It sounds so wild and so simple, but I just said I'm amazing. And I started to kind of emulate, if that's the right word,
Yeah.
emulate how they used to approach dance. They were like super clean, and they had like a very bland face because they made it look so easy. So it's like I'm not breathing hard. Like it's just very like they're they're not bothered. And
Right.
so I started to dance that way, and then I noticed that there were things that were shifting within myself and within, how people reacted to me when I
Mm,
would go on the dance floor.
right.
And that probably was the start of how I became the dancer that I am today. So I say that to say that I think that a lot of people need to find what that ground level thing is in who they are and what they want. Finding an inspiration, or just telling themselves that I'm amazing and I'm going to be amazing from this point forward. Every time that I step on the dance floor, or anytime that I have to draw a drawing, or anytime I have to knit a sweater, it's going to be the best piece of art I've ever made. Or I'm going to put my best foot forward in whatever piece of art or whatever it is that I'm doing.
Right.
So I think that that's what I would say in that sentiment. Like, you need to decide right now that where you are at is really great and really amazing, and strive for more. And not in a way, because I know that it could also be a thing where it's like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not where I want to be or where I should be. And it's like, no, where you are right now is the perfect place of where you should be, and you are on your way to where you know that you can be.
Wow. You know, Swag, I'd have told you this before, my brother. You never seem to amaze me, man. You're such a humble guy.
Thank
Even with all the accomplishments and stuff like that. Another thing that I really, really like about you, man, like for real, but what I'm trying to figure out is how do you, how much training do you do as far as like perfecting your skill set? Because man, every time I see you, the moves just be so precise and crisp, man, and I be trying to figure it out, I can't get the moves down. I be trying like,
you.
okay, Swag did his leg like this, let me see. And it's like, but it's always so precision with you, man. It's so crisp, and you know what I mean? Like, talk to me about like, how many hours, like what's the routine as far as like training? Because I know that you blessed with a God-given gift, but at the same time, it is a lot of work to perfect the skill set level, the sensei level, I should say, that you're on. Talk to me about that though.
um Man, it varies, I would say. I think I've done a lot of training in my upbringing, that I feel like I'm in a very more mature standpoint to where I think that I know how to dance, but I think that my life and dance are like one and the same. You know, like I think
Mm,
that what the kind of person that I am, like as a person, which is fun, goofy, whatever, all these things, that I think
mm,
that in my dancing, I want to have that person shine in my movement. So I think I'm as of now more so into that approach to dance and kind of connecting to my human side with dance. Not that it wasn't before, but I feel like I come from a performance background. So
mhm.
with dance, it wasn't always so foundation and this, that, and the third. It was always like I'm training, I'm in rehearsals for a performance that I have. I have costumes, I have this, that, and the third. And I knew that I always loved dance. And we had moments where we had to freestyle and just go crazy. And that's a part of the foundation of dance where you just session.
Right.
Um, and even now, as I'm older, what I do a lot more sessions. I do a lot more freestyling and figuring out how I like to move, how am I feeling right now,
Wait,
and
wait, wait, wait,
like,
Swag. So you freestyling some of this stuff?
yeah, I don't post my freestyles as much, but I do freestyle. If you're a dancer, if you call yourself a dancer, you freestyle.
So okay, so this is, for the people who don't understand the lingo, that's on the fly. That's just,
For those that
just,
don't understand, freestyling is when you play some music
mhm,
and you just allow your body to just speak. There's no choreography. You don't know what you're doing. You're just allowing your body to just move. And sometimes with freestyle, if you know your foundations of dance, which is like a few are locking, breakdancing,
mhm,
popping, waving, house. If you know any of those foundations, sometimes in your freestyle, you would use those foundations to in your concepts of movement.
right.
However, there's you don't have to be. It's actually great to have those foundations. If you call yourself a hip hop dancer, I'm
Mhm,
going to just say that. Period.
right.
You don't have to be like super heavy into those things to call yourself a freestyler. If you like to dance and have dance experience and you put on a song and you dance to it and
Mhm,
it's no choreography, that is freestyling. You know what I'm saying? There's a maturity to freestyling, which is why you know your foundations and you practice those things, which is why you also freestyle to practice those things.
right.
Um, but yeah, that's what freestyling. That's what I mean freestyling. So when you say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to a session," dancer lingo. When you say I'm going to a session, it's either a session is like a cipher where
Right.
you just go into the circle and you just dance, or it's a choreo session where you teach a few friends or a group of people choreo that you've made.
Ah. So all y'all people who think that they dancers and stuff like that, or whatever, like I thought that I was, this guy right here is the real deal or whatever. We got to step our game up before we step in the room with this guy right here. I gotta step my game up. Vibe show 97 now. We just vibing out right now with the one and only Swag. I gotta pay some bills. When we come back, more swag, and we're gonna shout out a lot of people that's in the live right now, man. The people on the airways. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Let me pay these bills before they get on me. Ooh, we'll be right back.
What's new and hot on the scene? The Pink Smoke Cigar Company, a black, female-owned boutique cigar company offering one-of-a-kind, hand-rolled cigars from proprietary blends created specifically for Pink Smoke by the J. Will Cigar Company. Their exotic recipes are blended from various regions of Nicaragua, Ecuador, Colombia, Mexico, the Dominican, and Honduras. What's certain is you'll experience the most unique, even fresh smoke your palate has yet to discover. They're so hot, they were the premier brand ambassador at the 2022 Men's Style Gifting Suite for Super Bowl 56. For more information, go to pinksmoke4u.com. That's pinksmoke, the number 4, letter U.com to experience Pink Smoke's sexy, classy cigar culture. Contact L Group PR Agency for bookings and events.
Back, it's the Vibe Show 97.9 with the one and only Swagg. Swagg, we got the live chat. It's booming right now, man. It's showing you so much love. And I want to take time to shout a few of these people out, man. And shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now on the radio airways. Wow, I got to man, because they are pouring in the love. The cup is runneth over right now. It's runneth over. Shout out to, of course, the lovely Strong Jewel in the building, Vibe Show's very own. Shout out to Live Vibe Radio in the building, tuned in as well. Shout out to Sharon. No, I'm gonna make sure I'm saying this right because I don't want Mama Hog to flush me out here. Is it Sharon? Correct me now, Swag. Get me right. Sharon Hawk in the building. Appreciate that love on the pull up, yeah, because you gotta protect me now, Swag. Shout out to the one and only Regina Peoples in the building, showing mad love. Shout out to Regina Curtis in the building, showing love. Shout out to Natasha Wilson in the
Hey,
building, showing mad love. Shout out to Demetia Wilson.
hey, it's a lot of fam in the
Hey man, look, the
building. My
Swag
fam, what's
Tribe is
up?
in the building, holding it down, man. All right, let's see here. We got shout out to Vibe Show Dominique. I am Dominique in the building, showing mad love. Shout out to the Disciple Maker in the building. Shout out, appreciate that love. Who else we got in here? I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. I am not trying to get beat down. So shout out to Stacy Ardreen.
Hey, Audrey, that's my
Audreen
auntie.
Hog in the building, man. Shout out to everybody, man.
Man, the fam's in the building.
Hey, the fam is deep in the building. Love your family. Let's talk about let's stay there for a minute though with support though, man, because you have tremendous family support. How important is that for you? Because you know, with family, sometimes, man, when you are on a journey and on a path, and they don't get it, or they might not understand, or they may have another vision for you, or whatever. It could kind of taint things at times. But with you, you're blessed to have a huge family that they all back you up. They all support you 1,000. Talk to me about the importance of that and what that means to you.
I think that it is extremely important, and I'm very blessed to have family that do support what I do in the arts. And to me, it's important because I feel as though they keep me grounded.
Mm-hmm.
They keep me grounded, and they are the people that I'm able to fall back on when I don't feel my best when it comes to dance. Like, especially in this industry, you're gonna be told so many no's before you're told one yes. And sometimes when you know that you have the talent and the ability to get the job done, and you're told no because of something that you can't control, it it really hurts, you know. So
Right.
to have a support system that is there for you to let you know that you are enough and that you are talented, and that there's something greater in store. There's something you're told this no because there's a bigger door that's waiting for you to just walk through it. um is like reassuring, and it just keeps me grounded. So that's important to me. And although like there were moments where family wanted or expected me to necessarily take the more traditional route of how you know people in society live life.
Right.
I think that I was able to show them a different way,
Mm.
show them that it's so possible to stick to what it is that makes you happy and make it happen for yourself with no fallback to have to fall back on. If anything, I need to fall back on my family to push me back up to continue what it is that's going to make me happy at the end of the day, because this is the only life that I'm living. So I'm super happy that I was able to show them and other people that there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Right. I love that, and that's one thing that I've always loved about you and being introduced to, your family and stuff like that, how important you guys all stick together. With asking that, I don't know if I just want to get your take on this because we are in this entertainment business. Because family is important to family is the core, but now we're seeing P and Romeo go at it, which is shocking, because they always preach the family, and we've always seen it where they sticking together and stuff like that. That really bothered me. Just your take on it, because you're in this business, you're in this entertainment business. Your take on it, because the value of family to you is so important. Seeing that though.
Yeah, I think the value of family is super important. And to be honest, I do have family also in the entertainment industry, and I think that it does kind of hurt to see that happen, because I if it's very hard to experience the part where it's one way behind closed doors and then another way in front.
Right.
I think that because there is things that you don't talk about in the public eye. Like, I don't think that I would be necessarily arguing with my family member on social media at
Right.
all. I don't
Right.
think that's the platform or place to deal with something like that, behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to do to make sure that your affairs are in order, I think that that can happen. We don't need to know about it though. You know what I'm saying? I think that when it comes to social media, it's hard. It's like that's not the time and place to have to deal with that. Um, but I get that is maybe you just want to raise awareness, or you just want to be the spokesperson for other people who have family in the industry, that it's okay to speak up. I'm not sure what the purpose of it all is. However, I just think that there are certain personal matters that I think that can just be handled um, at home. You know?
Right, right. I was gonna ask, because I was gonna ask you that too, man, because I notice I like how you move on social media. Ever since I've been introduced to your brand, you are reserved when it comes down to, you use your personal your page, your platform, and your brand. It's your brand. And I never really see you mixing it up. You know what I mean? You keep it brand focused, and family things and things that's going on or whatever. I do agree with you. It does need to be behind the scenes and stuff like that. I don't think that it need to be publicized like that, even if you are in the spotlight or
Yeah.
in the public eye or whatever. Some things I feel like need to be reserved, and I do the same thing when it comes down to family on my side, and the brand that I'm presenting to the world. I try to separate it, because you can get caught up in social media, man, and we're seeing where social media is going. It's being utilized for all type of things or whatever. Everything is in the public eye now, and all of this and all of that or whatever. And I kind of seen it going that way when social media first came out. Everybody was excited about it. It created a platform for people to be able to put their arts and music and whatever they're doing, created influencer platforms for people as well. Then we started seeing it get weird. You know what I mean? Fights being recorded, and deaths, and people killing themselves on social media, on lives, and all of this stuff. I just think that it's a gift and a curse. And I just, want to get your take on social media. And what does it mean to you and your brand?
Yeah. So I'm glad that you asked that question, because yes, I do. Um, I have a brand that I like to upkeep, and so as of lately, I feel I've been wanting to post more things that showcase my personality, because I feel as though for a long time a lot of people only see either the selfies that I post, the outfits that I post, or me dancing.
Mhm.
But people don't really know what my or know my personality. I don't really speak that much until I have, you know, platforms like this where where I have the opportunity to be able to talk, and then it's like, oh wait, you're actually articulate, or you're
Right.
actually intelligent, or you're really funny, and it's like, well, I've always been those things, but I just don't really showcase that a lot on my page because I don't know, I don't know if people want to see that or whatever the case is, or, you know, so it's always been that. But I feel like I definitely, especially in the new year, really now, I don't have to wait till the new year, but I want to share that with the world because I'm a person too, you know,
Right.
and but then also with that, I feel like social media too has taken the forefront, if you agree or not,
I
have
definitely
the
agree.
forefront of reality
Hmm.
in the sense of, you know, you share these things and you're like, you know, posting funny things and this and the third and pictures and asking questions on your Insta story and doing polls, like just all these interactive things that I feel as though sometimes when people either see you for the first time or finally get to meet you, they probably think that they know you, but you don't know them.
Right.
So that's the part where it's like, okay, you're acting a little bit too familiar with me, and I've never met you before. You know what I'm saying? You know how like you go, like your cousin comes over and then they deal with you in a certain way because that's your cousin. You know what I mean? But if you met your cousin's friend for the first time and they were just, you know, talking to you a certain way, you'd be like, I just met you like today and you're just like going at it with me right now.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, okay, what's happening? I feel like a lot of times that experience happens to me sometimes,
Hmm.
and that I have to actually be honest with people and be like, I'm sorry. Where do we meet? And what is your
Right.
name? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And
Right.
not and never not in a rude way, but I'm a human being, regardless of what social media says. I'm a human person, and I want to have a genuine human interaction and human relationships with people. And especially when I invite people into my space and into my circle, you know, I like to kind of, I don't like to keep things surface level. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I know what kind of person that I am. So I know how to, you know, keep things at a distance. It's like I'm genuinely a social butterfly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. It's all love. This and the third, whatever. But as soon as it after that, it's like okay, cool. Like just because it was all love doesn't mean now we're like super close, and that's so fine, that's okay, you
Right.
know. That's what I think about social media. Like sometimes it gets a little like cloudy when it comes to social cues and like real life, that I
Hmm.
think that it does, we don't talk, we don't communicate. It's never hi, my name is nice
Right.
to meet you. It's just like yabba yabba yabba, and it's like, wait, who is that? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I was at the club with some of my friends and we were dancing or whatever the case is. And you know, I have a lot of female friends. And they're all beautiful. And there was this one guy who came up and was just like kind of just involved. and just
Right.
and you know, like I'm just I hear music, I lights is going, it's dark, I look great, I'm just having a great time. And so after the guy left, one of my friends was like, "Do y'all know him?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm just here or whatever." And so
Right.
it's like that is that exchange or that interaction. That's what it's like. It's like you felt like you looked like you was meant to be here, but you wasn't supposed to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about social media. If that all made sense, I feel like I gave a lot of variations all over the place, but for the most part, like that's how I feel. Like I think I love everybody and it's cool. Um, and I love when people show love on social media. It's just when that human to human interaction is happening in real life, it gets
Mhm. It get weird for sure. For
yeah.
sure. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yo, now I'm noticing this piece of art behind you that just keep calling my name. Um, uh, uh, um, yes, definitely dope. Can you tell us about that piece back there, bro? Like, I'm loving that piece back there.
Thank you. Um, I saw it on Instagram, and one thing about it that gravitated to me was the fact that it's a black man, and it says "I am" in the face, which means
Right,
that to me it could be any one of someone that looks like me.
right,
Um, and I feel as though coming into my manhood and like growing up as a young man and as an adult, that I feel like there's like a certain way that we have to be in society, and it's like we can't necessarily be vulnerable. We have to be this, we have to be that. um and when we don't live up to our expectations, we've either we're at fault, or we failed, or we just haven't fulfilled on the duties that we are supposed to fulfill on as a man in this society, in this day and age.
right.
And so I think that this this piece of art describes who you are at home. Like when you're at home and you're stripped away of all these things, when you put on these clothes to look fly, to do this and to do that, when you're like putting on face to be this, to be that, like when you're at home, like who are you actually? Who are you really? And I think that this piece just gives me, hope, and it inspires me to be ambitious, to be talented, to be greatness, to be focused, because there are so many things, so many goals that I have that I want to achieve, and I'm I have all the tools to be able to achieve them, and I'm good enough to be able to do it. So I think that this is just a reminder for me when I don't feel my best, that I'm able to look at this and say that I'm powerful, and to say that I'm a leader, and to say that I am the greatest of all times, because that's what I believe. So it's just very uplifting for me to be able to wake up next to my bed or wherever, and just be able to look at this and say, I am.
I am. Whew. Swag, brother. You always have me at a loss for words, my brother. It's just always a joy, man, talking with you. Um, always, man. Always, man. I love the focus that you have. Um, I love the love that you have for yourself and for people, your family, your dance students. I love that, and I'm praying that you continue to carry that love, because that's what we need right now. You know what I mean? Like, we living in some real tough times out
Yes.
here. A lot of hate, a lot of families not together anymore. A lot of the elders done passed on, and people that supposed to pick the torch up not really carrying the torch. So a lot of the younger generation, they steering off and going wild and going crazy, which explains a lot of these things that we're seeing. I feel like we're distancing ourselves away from the root. And I like how you're staying close to the root. I like how Mama Hall got her hands on your ear, keeping you in position at all times. She's not gonna play no games. She gonna pull up.
No, she ain't.
And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Mama Hog ain't gonna play no games, and I love that. The love that she has for you as well. Your entire family. Um, talk to me. Tell me this though, man. Do you ever get tired of dancing though? You ever have those moments where you wanted to do something else?
um I want to say no. I don't get tired of dance. I love that I love dance. Um and because I love dance and I've been doing it for so long, I think it's given me space to be able to look for something else, because I think that what inspires me are things that are outside of dance.
Mm,
When I when I when I clean up my room, or when I shift my room in a different place, or when I buy new hangers and put my clothes in my closet onto new hangers and organize my closet, I think that gives me inspiration to be able to get back to dance because my space is in order. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
like weird things like that, or when I curate a playlist, that's something that I like to do. One thing I have recently come to a realization is learning how to DJ.
Uh-oh. What?
Yeah, because I I've been like the DJ, quote unquote, but like not like really a DJ. Like I just have connected to a speaker in a room full of people, and I'm just like playing music in the room.
Right.
Every single time I play a song, like everyone is like, oh, like get excited for the next song, the next song, the next song, the next song. And that has made me feel great because I'm like, oh wow, like I'm holding up the energy in the room. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, okay, so what if I was like really entertaining the room for real, for real? Like what would that look like? I'm just like, oh, that's a different place, to tap
Mhm.
into. And also like it just makes so much sense because what is scent? It makes so much sense because it's a part of hip hop. It's a part of the culture of hip hop, the foundation of hip hop. Uh,
Right.
DJing is one of the categories. You know what I'm saying? MC is one of the categories. Breakdancing is one of the categories, and graffiti is one of the categories. So to be able to tap into an element of hip hop, it would be amazing. So I thought about that to answer your question about other things. I think DJing is something else. Of course, modeling, but that's in the realm of like the industry and the art
Right.
form that I'm in already. Um, what else? I would just say that as of recently because that's the one thing that's like been in my forefront.
Right. Well, I mean, you're a handsome looking young man. What's the love life looking like, my brother? I mean, if I can pry a little bit for the
I,
ladies,
hey,
for the ladies, man. I
if
mean,
I had some, I'd give you some, but they ain't
you ain't got
nothing.
nothing. Hold up, Swag. You ain't got nothing for me.
I ain't got nothing for you.
Oh man, I just don't believe
I
that this
mean,
man
I
this
feel like
man is on it
we're
right
seeing
now.
what's happening. We're seeing what's happening, but we don't
Okay.
know what's happening for real.
Okay, we're gonna go with focused on the career, still, just trying to stay focused because
Oh no, no,
you
no.
know.
We are focused, but we're
Okay,
open. We're open to the
we
idea.
oh, we oh oh okay, oh no, hold on, clap it up there. So you know it's not all the way out the question. It's open. You know what I
The
mean?
door is open. You just gotta walk through it.
Does it have to be somebody that can get down too, or you want something outside of the get down, get down?
You know, you do have to have some rhythm. Just a little two step. If we go to the club and there's a song playing, we can
Yeah,
get together. You don't have to bust out into a move because I'm not about to bust out into a move.
right,
But it would be nice if you could, groove a little bit. I would love someone that is into arts or into the arts.
right.
Um,
It would make sense.
what I'm saying? You don't have to be a dancer, but maybe you're a singer, maybe you're an actor, or an actress, you know what I'm saying? If you someone a little bit more colorful, not gray,
Right,
if that
right,
makes sense. So but yeah, we're definitely open to the idea, but hey, I'm not rushing anything.
right,
It's like a
right.
diamond, you got to work for it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Look, you in the dance world culture, like I mean, y'all really be tearing it down. You know what I mean? Like, anybody just, any other crews or anything like that just roll up on you and just get to just tearing it down and y'all just get to battling and because y'all talk through dance too now. That's you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
anybody ever roll up on you like, yo, man, like right now, right here, let's do it.
I'm cracking up because if that ever happened to me, I think I would laugh.
Are you serious?
I think I would laugh. I would literally look. I was like, this is really happening right now? We're in a movie right now. Y'all shooting a movie? I don't remember signing a waiver or an NDA. What's happening right? Y'all really about to, where's the cardboard? Y'all put down the cardboard?
Right.
I would be so confused. It's not even funny. If that happened to me, I would be dying laughing because this is not real life. Like, we're not about to sit here and battle right now. But there was a time recently that I was at. That's so funny. I was at a session. It was one of my friends' housewarming party, and we were. I don't even know how this even got started or where how this came about. But I think that one of the people that was there was just started dancing or started battling towards somebody, and I think that the other person either walked away or I don't know if it was just an open space or something like that. But I don't know how this even happened, but all I know is that I got up
No.
and I responded to whatever they did. So I responded, and then after that, I responded, then they responded back, and then I responded back, and then they responded. I was like, okay, so now this is a battle right now. This is a battle right now, and I'm not about to lose. I'm not about to lose. So then they go, then I win, then they go, then I win, then they go, and then as soon as I went, the song ended. So I won.
And that was the end of the battle. That was it.
That was the end. That was I got the last period of the song. So
Right. Wow.
if you didn't kill me before I danced,
Yeah.
I got the end of the song. I killed you.
Yeah, man, let's do some shout outs, man. Anybody you want to show love to, you got a beautiful family, you got your team, students, anybody you want to give flowers to right now, man. Let's just go and give these people their flowers.
Wow. I have to shout out my mom. The
Facts.
supporters. Like she's my biggest supporter. She's the one that got me here.
That's
She's
right.
just the queen. I have to shout out all of my family, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I have to shout out all of my friends. You know who you are. Just thank you for you and my family for always, loving me. I have to shout out my dance teacher, my dance dad, Corey Action. Without you, I wouldn't even know how to even put on a show. Wow, this is a lot harder than I think. I feel like I'm missing a lot of people. But for the most part, I just want to thank all the people that have supported me, been in my circle, and either played a part in my upbringing, played a part in supporting me. I just want to thank you guys so much. Your support is so thanked. Like I can't even thank you guys enough because without y'all, I honestly couldn't do this on my own. So I just want to thank you guys so much.
Right, man.
I love y'all.
Right, exactly, man. Like, because I'm telling you, that empowers it even more. Just having that love and that support like that, man. Support is so important, man. Like, and the thing that I don't understand sometimes, man, it's like we're in this weird phase where people just dislike you just because you're dope. You know what I'm saying?
That was hard for me to understand.
Yeah, you ever experienced that, man? Because I mean, you pour a lot of love out, fill up a lot of cups and stuff like that. Sometimes that love don't come back in the cup, and your cup could get empty sometimes. And some people get discouraged sometimes, man, because you do so much pouring. You know what I mean? And not that we expecting the love to come back, because we're pouring from an organic place. But then at the same time, though, when you get to looking at that cup for love and it's just like it ain't no love in there, does that ever bother you at times, man? Like it bothers me too. I ain't gonna lie.
It does. I realized I'm sensitive too. I for a long time I didn't think that I was ever sensitive, but I think that because I give so much and I want other people to be happy and I want to make sure that I support them and I'm there for them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I show. I'm very hands-on with my love.
Right.
And so I feel as though when I haven't experienced a moment where, or if I haven't experienced something where I feel like this person really cares for me,
right,
then sometimes I feel like, do you care for me? You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's things that are like super important to me,
right,
or things that, an accolade or an accomplishment or, just anything that's like a little bit on a higher scale, like buying a car, like things like that. Like when I don't, or if I don't receive like, oh, great job, or I'm proud of you, or something like that. Like
Mm,
sometimes it's like, oh, okay, cool, because I know that if the shoe was on the other foot, I would have done that.
right,
But I also understand, and coming from a place of I'm very open minded, and I have come to the understanding that everybody show love differently.
right,
We're not the same, and as long as you show love for me, as long as you show love to me in any type of way that you can, that's enough for me. I don't think that there is like I showed love to you more and you didn't show the same amount of love to me. I don't believe in that. I believe that how you show love is how you show love because we all come from different places.
right, man. Now, see, that's one thing that I had to understand and come to the realization myself, man, because I know me and I know how I was raised, and I was raised with being physically loved, not, from, monetary things or whatever. So I know what it feels like to be loved on. And it's definitely a difference because you could get a lot of love from, people buy love. You know what I mean? But I, was fortunate enough and blessed enough to be loved on by my people, being hugged on and kissed on. And, I know what that love really feels like. And I know what that other type of love, that's an illusion love. I know what that feel like too. So I'm able to differentiate the two when it comes down to the love thing. And I really was having a difficult time with social media when I first started building my brand and stuff like that, because I always felt like, love is really the one of the strongest elements to me. And when I wasn't really getting it, you know what I mean, and I was pouring so much of it out, I just had a problem with that. And, I still from time to time getting my little feelings sometimes or whatever, because,
Of course, you're human.
I built this platform on love, and then Strong Jewel comes over and can match my energy with love, and then we're just pouring and pouring and pouring, and then a lot of people they don't support you. You know what I mean? And then you might see them supporting other people or whatever the case may be, and you'd be like, "Yo, like man, like," So I had to get that balance under control and understand and start loving and supporting the people that actually love and support us in the brand. You know what I mean? And just kind of like let all that other stuff, because it'll drive you crazy. You know what I
It will.
mean? That picture that you put up was dope, and that outfit was dope, and that video visual you put up was dope, and you was killing it, and it's just like, yo, like, are you serious? Like, come on, man. Like, what I'm saying? I just killed this, man. Like, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
like how you into that confidence level. I like that confidence level that you got. I like how you are constantly inspired by things around you, like you said, which was interesting to me outside of dance. Even just getting some new hangers for your clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like you find inspiration in that as well. I think that's dope, and it kind of answers my question. I was going to ask you, what keeps you so inspired, and you pretty much answered that for me, man. It's a lot of things keep you
Yeah.
inspired. You know what I mean? And I love that about you, bro.
Yes, I think that when I moved to LA, it was I was just having this conversation. See, my friends are great because we have such deep conversations. But we were just talking about how um when we first before we moved to LA, we had school and we had, church. We had all these other things that was our life. And then as our extracurricular activities, we had dance and we had our performances on the weekend. We had all of the fun things that we wanted to do, aside from what was the most important throughout the week.
Right,
That when we finally moved to LA, our um our hobby became our career.
right.
And then now that our hobby has become our career, it's all we do. And
Hmm.
like now that we live in this beacon of magic, it's like, what does our life actually look like after this class, after this performance, after this audition, after this job, after this 8-hour rehearsal? Like, what does our life look like aside when we're not working? Are we at home?
Right.
Are we at home?
Right.
Like, what are we doing? You know, and it's like I had to really figure out what my life looks like out here. I had to find a life. And so, you know, going to the mall and just walking around just so I can get outside, going on a walk just so that I can say that I've been outside, meeting up with my friends and we go get lunch at a nice restaurant, getting dressed, getting dressed is
Right.
like up here for me. Like, because all I wear is sweatpants.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So just to not wear the traditional dancer outfit and put on some actual clothes make me feel like I'm an actual human being. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's those things. Playing video games is
Mhm.
another thing. Just something outside of dance just keeps me grounded so that when I do go dance, I don't feel like I'm just dancing all the time.
I
Even
mean,
though I love it, you know, I just feel like I want to know more about myself. I feel like I've been dancing for so long. I think I know that I love dance and I know that I can always come back to dance, but I'm so much more than that as a human being. So I need to continue to figure out and discover who that person is when I'm not dancing.
I love that, man. Now, me and you was talking backstage, man, as we're getting ready to close it out. And you did mention that, you know, you got some things that's jumping off 2023 that you're not at liberty to talk about much. But I mean, can I squeeze a little bit of it out? Being this me.
Well, one of the things I haven't gotten a confirmation yet. So when I get the confirmation, I'll let you know. And the other thing is it's long term and it's for something that is going to come out maybe in the next year or two.
Mm.
So
And this,
you'll see me on the screen.
ooh, I'll take it, Swag. I'll take it. I don't have a choice. I got to take it. I'm in there, though. Y'all heard Swag say now that I'm privy to this information when the information is ready. He said it, and y'all got this. We got it. Okay, we're gonna play this back. You
Locked and
know,
loaded.
sometimes we forget. Then I'll be like, hey, you remember this clip right here?
Here it is. We
Yeah.
found it. This is
I
what you're
love
talking
you,
about.
man. I love you, man. Like, can we put the social platforms out there in ways that people could actually get connected with you? If people were interested in trying to sign up for classes or whatever, can we put all of that information out there right now?
Yes. So you can follow me everywhere at Yo It's Swag. I also teach every once in a while at this dance studio called 88 Studios. And the link, everything is in my bio on Instagram as well. So you can find all of the extremity links on my page. You can also follow my website, richswag.com, my YouTube, Little Rich Hip Hop Prince on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's everywhere. I have a clothing brand called Rich Swag that is up and running, so you can buy some merch. And that's about it.
So the clothing line is official, is out now, and all of that. Jewel, we need to get with Mama Hog because, as y'all know, we are dropping our 10th issue of Vibe One magazine, and we definitely should get some of that rich swag, some of those advertisements in there, anywhere we can help with that push. You guys, we definitely would love to have some of those images in the magazine, and people can actually reference, and it's digital, can go over it and be able to purchase some of the merch. You know what I mean? So we'll definitely get you to get with Mama Swag on that or whatever, to get those advertisements from you guys so we can get it in this issue that's dropping January 1st, the new year. So we super excited about that. And we'll get you in this we got to get you in this next issue, man. You know what I mean? Do an article on
so much. I really appreciate that.
Come on, man. Stop acting brand new, man. Stop acting brand new, Swag. Like, come on, man. You know what the
I'm
value
just
is over
appreciative.
here.
I appreciate the love. I love the love.
Absolutely, man. And we love you too, my brother, for real, man. Shout out again to all of your family. Thank y'all so much for pulling up, showing this young brother so much love. Continue to pour that love all over him because he is such an inspiration to the culture, so necessary. And he got so many different amazing things and a lot more to offer everybody, man. So I'm super excited about 2023. Can't wait to. I'm glad that I'm a part of the journey, man. Being able to see you continue to grow and flourish the way that you are. You're on another level now since 2020, and it's just continuing to level up, man. And I can't wait to see you on the big screen. I'm so proud of you. The whole Vibe family, we proud of you, man, and we love you, and we wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you're doing. Skies is the limit for you, man. There's no ceiling for you, man. For real, man. We love you.
Thank you so much. I love you guys too.
Listen, y'all make sure that y'all go and follow Swagg right now on Instagram at Yo It's Swagg. Make sure y'all tap in. He got all of the links there for you to be able to get connected with the merch, to be able to get connected with his journey. Y'all make sure that y'all tap in. If you own your phones right now or whatever your devices you own, y'all make sure y'all go and y'all follow and support this brother right now. If you're not following or subscribe to the Vibe Show 97.9, it's just really sad. It really is, man. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications for more exclusive interviews. Y'all know how we do. We putting in work. Y'all know how we do for the culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Swagg, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Listen, right now, if another 2 years go by and you not back on this show before another 2 years, we not gonna do that, Swagg. I'm telling you, we're not gonna do that. COVID's still out there, but we moving around.
It's not gonna happen. I promise. I promise.
I love you, my brother, man. Continue to be safe. Love everybody out there, man. Thank y'all so much for all of the love, pouring in the love and all of the support. We cannot do, me or Swagg, we can't do what we do without all that love and that support. I'm wishing everybody happiness. I'm wishing everybody a blessed rest of the day. Y'all be safe. Y'all know the vibes. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. And Swagg, before we get out of here, man, I gotta get you to drop some words of inspiration or encouragement for anybody, man, that's looking for inspiration, anybody that's looking for a warm word, anybody that may be depressed and in a dark place, man. Can you give them some words of uplift as we close out?
Of course. I would just say, tell yourself that you're amazing. Tell yourself that you are powerful, that you are focused, that you are intelligent, that you are talented. Tell yourself those things, because I think that a lot of times we look for these outside validations to make us feel, or to make you feel like you're that person. And sometimes we need to believe it ourselves. So I want you to believe that you are the person that you say that you are, and to know that you are enough.
Absolutely, man. Y'all heard it right there from Swagg. Shout out to everybody that's listening on the radio airwaves, man, on your commute home. If you're at work right now, it's okay. Get that money. If you are commuting home, make sure y'all drive home safe. Me and Swagg, we love y'all, man. We wishing y'all more blessings and more success, more love, less hate makes the world a better place. The Vibe Show 97.9. Me and Swagg, we out of this thing, man. Love y'all.